But what got you into streaming in the first place?
So in 18, I was in a really good space where a contract that I was doing with my group of folks had ended, and a lot of us have been together a long time, so it was really a good opportune point, and we had a little bit of downtime. And so first and foremost, you have to know that my relationship with advertising is a love-hate relationship. I grew up at a time where the TV was always on. It was kind of the babysitter, and a lot of times, Saturday morning cartoons, after school cartoons, and it was always about commercials. You buy the fancy car, it makes your penis bigger. You buy the fancy car, you get to have a better love life. And seeing these things on TV, like this is 80s style advertising, right? Mid late 80s and then early 90s, right? And I would turn the channels off and I would watch them. And I've always been the type of person where, I was always considered a sneaky kid, right? Like the grown-ups are like, go to bed. And I was like, I'm going to bed. See you later. And then I creep around the house to hear like what the adults are thinking about or speaking about, right? So with that being said, I really despised the subtext to advertising. It felt very slimy and dirty. And we've all grown up in a lot of ways through internet advertising and all the different things and banner ads and clickbait and all these other things that are always just competing for our time and attention. There's not a lot of genuinely truthful advertising in a way that doesn't oversell, right? Like, a lot of times selling, one of my favorite sayings is selling is serving, right? That you're serving the people that you sell to, anyways, I digress. But so I was at the end of this point. I dove into this this coaching business I was doing a little bit on the side in terms of project management and internet advertising, and I really wanted to challenge myself and my expectations to do something different. And because I had this relationship with advertising, I also wanted to understand how to better advertise on platforms like Facebook and to do genuine advertising for products and finding people that had real problems that need to be solved, research the problems and offer them genuine products and genuine solutions that were good for them, where people walk away feeling like they found a solution, right? And I knew I didn't like what advertising was. I knew I wanted to think about potentially being able to just work for home and earn by advertising, et cetera, et cetera. So I really learned and did an incredibly deep dive into Facebook advertising and what it meant to advertise on Facebook versus Twitter and blah, blah, blah. It's a really long hole. I'm not going to go deeply into it. But this is where I spent a crazy amount of my time. For months, I was just head down as deep as I possibly could and testing ads and stories and writing, so many things that are bringing creativity to advertising and being genuine and dealing with the relationship that I had with advertising. It was very important to me to undo this knot of perception that I had. And it's still truth out there, but if I was going to do something I despised, I needed to figure out a way to get right with that. So during this time, of course, what do I love? I love gaming. I'm a hardcore gamer and competitive. There's so many things I love about gaming. So I thought, well, we're at a point now where why don't I reach out and offer products and services to gaming culture and hardcore gaming culture, that as well. And so I started mixing, amongst other things, but I started mixing messages and adverts and stories, primarily about teaching people how to sell online and to do that through things like Facebook. There's a great science, lots of data behind it. And so I started writing adverts that were very much targeting something I knew, right? Like if you don't, either you have to go out and find the knowledge or you figure out a way to bridge the knowledge. And so I did a little of both while I was learning this. So from there, I got a lot of responses from people because I had like a coaching page and a bunch of other things on Facebook that were also just good for keeping engagement. And a lot of people then were tapping on the side and they were saying, hey, I would like to get into streaming. I want to stream on Twitch, or I want to be a streamer, or I want to be an influencer, or I want to do these things. Can I actually earn money? What does that mean to do that? What does it look like? And I'd known Twitch before. I'd actually spent some time on Twitch. And I got to the point where I was like, okay, I understand this thing that I was doing. And I researched more Twitch, and I kind of fell into the hole of just like, let me really get a lot more crisp on what it means to be a streamer in this day and age, and to be an influencer, and to have a community, and to be a community leader, all these things that you see in great streamers, I think. And I was like, all right, I can't really coach and teach people about something that I am not actually doing. And so I started doing it, and I did the typical, like, 7 days a week for like weeks on end. I was like learning everything, and it was tech and lighting, and it was just like drinking from the fire hose, right? Again, I was in this place where I had an opportunity to learn a lot. So, and I jumped into all of that, and then I realized I actually enjoy it a lot more than I thought. I mean, look, my passion is games, among other things. I've kind of got a generalist mentality in that respect. But yeah, I got to the point where I put the marketing side of the business and the coaching side of the business just on the back burner. I do this as a hobby. Since then, I have a new gig, a new thing that I'm into that for my day job. So this is truly just a passion for me. But that's where it kind of started from. It came from a love of wanting to better understand how to be a streamer, and in becoming that and being a person that could serve and sell to other people and offer advice and wisdom, I became the thing that people wanted to become.